ever thought about what makes an alloy so useful? By definition, an alloy is a mixture of two or more metals that are combined to create something stronger, more resilient, or more versatile than any single metal could be on its own. Steel, for instance. An alloy of iron and carbon is tougher and more durable than either element by itself. Bronze, brass, and stainless steel all owe their value to that same principle of combination. Now imagine that spiritual truth works similarly. What if the most remarkable qualities of a mature believer aren't standalone virtues, but skillful alloys? Values intentionally forged together under the heat of experience, the pressure of challenge, and the grace of God's refining work. One such alloy, I'm convinced, is the fusion of purpose, loving discernment, and faith. Let's look at it. Purpose. Paul writes in Ephesians 2:10, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them." Purpose gives our days shape. It's the conviction that our lives are designed, not random, that every calling, every gift, every opportunity is part of a divine blueprint. To live with purpose is to wake up knowing that today's assignments are sacred, not accidental. In Ephesians 5, verses 15 through 17, we're urged to walk not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of the time. Do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is. Paul's prayer in Philippians 1, 9 through 11, deepens it even further. He prays that our love may abound more and more in knowledge and depth of insight. That's not just analytical discernment, it's loving discernment, the kind that perceives truth without losing compassion, the kind that anchors wisdom in love. It's the difference between being right and being redemptive. And then there's faith. Paul's heartbeat in Galatians 2:20, "I have been crucified with Christ, and it's no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me." Faith is the binding element in our alloy, the invisible bond that fuses purpose and loving discernment into strength. It's what allows us to act with conviction even when clarity isn't complete. Faith says, "I'll proceed, not because I see everything, but because I trust the one who does." Like metals passing through the furnace, these values are refined together. Purpose gives direction to our days. Loving discernment keeps that direction wise and gracious. And faith holds them both fast in the face of the unknown. Separated, each has value. Combined, they form a remarkable alloy, the tempered integrity of a life lived for God, responsive to His Spirit, and unbreakable through trials, tested to prove its strength, not to destroy, but to define, not to weaken, but to weld us into the likeness of Christ. As you step into this week, remember, you are God's workmanship, designed for purpose, guided by loving discernment, and held together by resilient faith. That's not an accident. That's a divine design. That's reason enough to live today and every day with confidence that something strong, bright, and enduring is being forged in you.